Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at property address 19420 Southwest Cascadia Street here in Beaverton. We're located at the front of the house. I describe everything as if you're facing the home, or facing the front of the house from the street. So right now, we are to the, we're that part of the house that sticks out closest to the road. Frontmost part of the home. And just in maybe a few feet from the corner of that particular part of the home here. Anyway, we're dropping into a 3-inch cast iron cleanout. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water is running. We're going to zero out the foot counter here at the base of the cleanout. Very nice looking cast iron, very clean too thus far. Now we're swapping over to 4-inch concrete. All the stringy stuff we've seen, but the top of the pipe's kind of at the bottom of the screen thus far. All the stringy stuff we've gone past are all just cobwebs. None of those are roots. And the homeowners currently living here are doing a great job keeping this thing clean. That's a really nice looking old line. We'll get a better view of things as we come back in here once the line's drained out. So far though, looking great. And it looks like we tie right into the manhole out in the street there. We're gonna go locate while the line drains. All right, located the camera head successfully. Line terminates at the manhole that's pretty dead center in the middle of the little cul-de-sac here. And the line does a pretty darn straight shot from the clean out to the main lateral. That's a pretty cool thing that they ran the cast iron as far as they did. It's a pretty uncommon thing to see from this era of house. If you're going to have old pipe products, cast iron is generally the stuff you want to have. It just holds up better. Its joints especially are way stronger than concrete joints are, especially as it relates to things like root intrusions. So anyway, typically what you have is concrete pipe will generally start about 5 feet outside the foundation wall, which also happens to be that through the area where you often have most of your landscaping and bushes, trees, things like that. So it's a pretty cool thing they ran the cast iron that far, about the right of way. Got a little bit of water trickling to the line here. Anyway, concrete pipe there is held up nicely as well. Alright, we're going to go ahead and reel the camera on out of the line here. We have great flow all the way to the main. Both the cast iron and concrete portions of the line here both have great flow, have held up very, very nicely. Very good condition for their age. Sewer line is functioning properly at this time. If this is a home you're going to be in for a while, in this part of town, the line is all your responsibility all the way to the main, so even the pipe under the street. The line does go under the driveway. To get where it's going, the line runs essentially dead straight the whole way. So it crosses under the driveway as it makes its way out there. So you've got probably, 3/4 of the line just about under concrete. It behooves you nowadays with the advent of epoxy lining trenchless repair systems to keep an eye on the sewer line. I'd re-scope every 2 to 3 years to monitor for things like the joints starting to wear out and becoming exposed to the ground. If you start seeing any signs of progressive settling, that's where you want to get on top of that and get it trenchlessly repaired before the line gets to a point where you have no choice but to do a dig. So in a case like this, with this much pipe under concrete, it saves a huge amount of money. Talking 2 to 3 times the cost difference in a lot of cases. So good idea to keep an eye on things. Anyway, very nicely functioning line as we sit here today. Everything's in good shape. Very good condition for its age, and super clean.